pretty fun.
Fighters for Switch. What's that? I've not heard of that one.
Dragon Ball Fighters. It's
No, I have heard
the
of that
fighting
one.
game from Dragon Ball. Yeah,
I'm like,
it came to Switch later
Fighters?
down the line.
Fighters for Switch. That sounds like a Nintendo's like you fight
Yeah.
with your Mii's or whatever the shit. You know what I mean? Like,
You just throw a Joy-Con at each other.
hey, what's
Go
up?
for
BK?
it.
We're getting ready for Chatterday here. We haven't officially started it yet. We're still in
Heck
the
yeah.
post thing, but it's kind of we're getting
This is
everything
the
set up.
post process. This is all free.
We had a late start today. I'll go into that here in just a minute. Actually, we could go into that right now. That okay, so I was supposed to originally have my friend Coziest Peak on, and then he had something with his kid today, so he couldn't do it. Then I was supposed to have Molly the Clown on. He was supposed to be here, and then something emergency came up this morning. He wasn't able to make it, so between me and Molly, we reached out to Gamma, and he was free this morning, so he was able to do it. So
I'm the third choice.
yeah, he is our backup's backup. I wish I could
There
say
we go.
backup one more time.
Yeah.
Can you actually leave the show and find me another backup so I can say backups?
Yeah,
backups,
most definitely.
backup?
Hold on. Let's see.
This
We got
Ryu guy looks pretty cool. Let's get him on here.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Right, later.
Backups.
There we go.
He just like shows
See ya.
up and sits down in your chair. All right, bye. See you later. We're having Ryu on. He should be appearing any minute.
Man.
So can I have my backup. Just one last thing I got to do. Oh,
Sure.
shit. You know what? I can't do it. That's all right.
Well, that's fine.
That is all good. All right. My boy being the third pick. Yeah, we love it, dude.
Heck, we'll do it live.
We're doing it live. What's that, Bill
it
Maher
live.
thing?
I have no clue.
Look up Bill Maher, like, just freaking out
Bill
on the
Maher.
internet. It's pretty cool. It's like,
Yeah.
it's pretty funny. We don't have to watch
Hell
it right
yeah.
now, but we'll watch later. All right, so welcome to Chatterday. My name is Dave_Loudon, and you're listening to episode number 3 of my podcast, Chatterday. Each week, I bring a different small streamer on for you to discover. We talk about what makes their channel unique, and also some of this week's gaming news. If you are watching this live on twitch.tv/Dave_Loudon, we will be playing a couple of games after for you to enjoy. Our guest today is GammaWasTaken. He's a mod on Streamers Unite and just a general all-around cool dude. Hey, Gamma, how you doing, man?
I'm doing very good, Dave. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Get started
Well,
with all this. Get you warmed up. Get your feet wet.
Very well. In that case, ladies, gentlemen, and animals of any age, my name is GammaWasTaken,
Hey,
also known as Jason.
Animals don't watch this podcast.
Well,
I have
it's
no animals.
2021. If I call someone male or female, they're gonna scream at me. So I kind of have to.
Oh God. Getting PC. All right,
So
go
yeah,
ahead.
my
man.
name
Sorry.
is GammaWasTaken, also known as Jason, and I stream pretty much anything that comes to mind. Really, I've done content for the Nintendo Switch, as in Smash Bros. Ultimate and Pokemon Sword and Shield. I've done PC games, kind of like Apex Legends.
Apex
Sorry.
Predators.
Yeah, great. The very different breed. I played Counter-Strike Global Offensive and that kind of stuff. And yeah, as Dave said, I'm a mod for Streamers Unite, soon to be video editor for Streamers Unite.
Oh, nice.
And so far, I haven't been kicked out more than twice.
Tell us a little bit about your video editing.
My video editing consists of basically I can do clip compilations by just taking clips from other streamers or other content creators, put them all in a compilation, and make something great out of it. The best moments are going to be in the videos, and the worst moments are going to be in the videos that can still particularly be funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's an unlisted video currently on my personal YouTube channel, which is actually showing all the things I can do, like zooming in at specific moments, using green screen overlays, doing subtitling and that kind of stuff. And it's really great fun. And, we are actually trying to get that out on the Streamers Unite Discord so we can actually get some people in and see what we can do with it.
Oh, cool. Very cool. I'm gonna give you a shout out here. On the old. There we go. GammaWasTaken. All right, I shouted out everything.
Right.
So like, give us the elevator pitch. elevator, because I can talk. Give us the elevator pitch on your channel. Kind of just like, what's your channel about? Just give us a whole rundown of your channel.
My channel has been going since 2017, and I've been kind of on and off the streaming for like a long time, either because of work or I just to be completely fair, didn't feel like streaming at that time anymore. I've had like breaks for like that. It was like, okay, you know, I'm gonna take a week kind of break, and then 6 months later, I decided like, nah, maybe I should pick it back up.
Yeah. That's very
Currently
common.
what I'm doing is you know, the usual, play video games, talk with people from chat, and occasionally on celebratory days like Christmas or Thanksgiving or hell, Valentine's Day is coming up. I will be going onto random live streams and gifting away subs and maybe
Oh,
a
cool.
little bit of money just to keep the connections going, keep a
Yeah.
little bit of love spreading.
Okay.
Because there's one thing on my channel that I've been pushing since the beginning, and that's any support is good support.
Yeah.
Whether that's someone staying for the entirety of a stream or someone tuning in for 5 minutes, that's still 5 minutes that they could have spent somewhere else.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I appreciate everything.
No, that's super awesome, man. That's super awesome. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. When did you start streaming? Kind of tell us a little bit about that.
I started streaming for a different channel back in 2013, believe it or
Oh,
not.
wow.
When I was like, how old was I then? I was 15, if I recall.
Mhm.
14, 15.
Mhm.
And we started up this group that we were going to start streaming with, which kind of fell apart, unfortunately, because we got a lot of infighting about like who was streaming on what day and what they were streaming. The one person wanted to stream console games, even though they didn't have a capture card to
That's
specifically stream those kind of content.
can't
Other
do
people
that.
wanted to do games on PC, which didn't correlate with the streams that other people wanted to do. And then there were a lot of people that were just kind of like tuning in for like, I have a cellular device, I have a phone, I can stream on that, you know, do the
Yeah.
vlogging and that kind of stuff. And that just kind of went apart because of the fact that everyone liked each other, but they didn't like each other enough to spend with each other in the same room for like an hour at
Yeah.
best. So that kind of broke down, to which I finally decided to make my own thing, and I
Mhm.
started a YouTube channel back in the day.
Okay.
This was prior to when I was called GammaWasTaken, because I was called Lucky8909 back in the
Oh,
day.
okay. Okay.
That kind of fell through because of the fact that at the time, that was like when I was 15, 16, I got into a relationship with someone who didn't really enjoy the whole YouTube thing.
Okay.
Because it took a little bit of time, because I back from way back when I can remember, I didn't really want to be like a specific content creator. I just wanted to do the editing portion.
Okay.
Which is like, you know, just send me your footage and I'll try to make something better of it.
Okay.
But for that to happen, I needed some sort of a resume. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna start up my own YouTube stuff.
Okay.
See what happens. If people like my edits, they'll come to me and I'll provide what I can for them.
Yeah.
Kind of broke down, unfortunately, because of the relationship I was in.
Okay.
They did not enjoy YouTubers all that much, because they were like, you know, on screen they were like one type of person, and
Okay. Once again, something
they
that's
were,
very common.
yeah, sometimes it just comes out.
Yeah.
Like you have a Twitch personality and you have a normal personality.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
no one can deny that. They're really close together, but they are still far apart, that they're separate personalities.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's very cool. So, no, well, not that's cool, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
well, I know what you mean. Yeah,
yeah. So
My
just kind of the whole start to how you doing. So, hey, Donkey, how you doing, man? Welcome to the welcome. Let's see, what got you? Let's see, you kind of already. I was gonna ask you what got you into streaming, but you already kind of covered that. What makes your channel unique, man? What is something you do that's different? What is something that you're trying out that just kind of like, you know, makes you unique? It makes your channel worth checking out.
What's the thing I do that's unique? That's a very good question.
Right?
I think
You weren't
it's
ready for
because of
this.
the fact that I will try to be. I guess it's the fact that, you know, because I do a lot of like monetary stuff in case of like, you know, donating to small streamers and subscribing to small streams to get them up and going.
Yeah.
I think that's what differentiates me from other smaller people.
Okay.
Or smaller streamers. Because yes, there's like the cons to it is like you're gonna lose money. Like there's, you know, I don't consider it losing money, but technically speaking, you are.
Yeah.
But the positive thing about that is you're getting to learn so many cool people, and you're getting to learn and grow into so many communities that it's just like, it's just worth it. It's like,
Yeah.
it's not even like paying them for anything. It's a it's a small supportive donation to get them going.
Yeah.
And by all means, like if I donate to someone, I'm never gonna be like, hey, I donate to you, where's my end? Like I can donate to someone I've never seen them for like a year, and then suddenly they pop into my stream. I'm like, hey, I remember you from back then,
Yeah.
and this happened.
Yeah,
And,
dude.
you're gonna get back something regardless, when it's in the way of physical objects or just like a virtual hug.
Yeah.
Because again, any support is good support, and as long as I can spread positivity wherever I can, I will spread positivity wherever I can.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, I love that. So yeah, and I feel the same way. It's just like any sort of support, like you're saying earlier, like even if it's just like people pop in for 5 minutes and check you out and check out what you're doing, that's so awesome. And
yeah,
then
it's still 5 minutes that they could have spent on something else.
oh yeah, absolutely, dude. That's pretty hype. That's pretty hype. I like it. Let's go, dude. I'm sorry. Today I just have so many technical difficulties. Can I just be honest with everyone? Because I've had stuff flashing on my screen. I've had this and that. I've just had so many technical difficulties today, just getting everything going. So I apologize to everyone. Hopefully that'll just get ironed out as we keep going on through the podcast. So what are your favorite streamers, and how do they inspire you? Like, what streamers do you usually watch?
See, that's the funny thing, because like before I started streaming, I never really looked at live streams or anything. I got into like that whole shtick when I watched a Twitch compilation back in the day from and I gotta really remember this because I think it was Linklight. I think, yeah, Linklight is a
Yeah, what's
is a
Linklight?
Smash tuber. Linklight
Okay.
is a Smash tuber who does all of his stuff on Twitch as well.
Okay.
And I sort of got into this whole thing like pretty recently because again I started streaming in 2017,
Okay.
which was the first time I actually did something on Twitch. That was the first time I saw something of that.
Oh, okay.
And I thought, this is kind of fun. Like I didn't have to like prepare anything for this. Like I could just like go on my computer, just hit live, and everything will be dandy.
Yeah.
Big mistake.
No. Yeah.
Because when you press that live button, there's still like so much you need to do. You gotta be talkative, you gotta be supportive, and you're not gonna grow big in like the first week that you're on it.
No.
Which was the biggest mistake I made in its entirety. Like I can safely say I was that kid.
You thought you were just gonna blow up after a week.
At 19, yeah. I was the kid that you probably recognize this kid. I was the kid that went into Discord servers and just posted his link into going live and hoped people would watch.
Yeah, no,
that was my kind of thing.
Just so you know, that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It's you got to be in those general chats. You got to be in the general chats. You got to be talking with people. You got to be networking. Just posting you're going live does not work. I wonder why. Because no one cares.
It really doesn't.
People don't find their streams there, unfortunately. Like, it's good to post it there in case, because, like, here's the deal. Like, anywhere you can post yourself is outreach. So if you can do a little bit here, a little bit there, that's good. But, like, if you're not actively in that Discord, like, in their general chat, actually talking, it's going to do nothing for you. That's just plain and simple. It's because people will skip over you in that line of 100 people posting in there, and they'll go to the people that they know, and that's just the fact of the matter. So, anyway, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no worries. That was like exactly touching up on the pawn that I was getting to.
Yeah.
You can just post a link and that's it, and that's like whatever. Oh, there's another link in this text channel that I muted for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. So is there any other streamers or YouTubers or even a YouTube channel that kind of just inspires you to like, or inspires your videos or inspires what you do?
The first ever YouTube video I watched together is my inspiration and is still going as of today, which many people probably know, the Chuga Conroy channel. I don't know if that sounds like rings a bell or anything, but very big Nintendo nerd.
Okay.
Plays a lot of games. First game he did was Earthbound, and I have been just sticking to that because he just has a lot of energy. He's always positive on camera and off camera.
Oh, that's awesome.
And basically does the same thing that I'm doing right now. Like he used to go to like smaller minded people or like just smaller YouTubers and streamers in general and just like put support on them like however way he can.
Yeah. No, that's very cool, and it's like those are the people who get big, or the people who are like constantly like chatting, supporting things like that. So that's really cool that you kind of look up to that.
Exactly, yeah.
So this is kind of a two-part question. So what is your favorite game, and what type of games do you normally like playing?
Right.
So
My
those aren't always
favorite
the same.
game in actually not really. It's not really the same
No,
because my
no.
favorite game currently that I'm playing is Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay.
Like I've been just like just on that game. I've been on that game so much that I even bought a fight stick just a couple days
Oh,
ago,
no, like
even though I have no clue how the thing
let me
works.
see it. Let me see the fight stick. Grab it.
I got you.
Yeah, dude. Let's see this bad boy.
Get there. Right. So, little thing. So I played Dragon Ball Fights on the Switch and on PC using my old trusty GameCube controller.
That's dope.
Don't worry about one of the sticks missing. I got angry. And then afterwards, you get
That's awesome.
this thing.
Jesus
Which is,
Christ.
a little bit bigger.
That thing looks like you've actually used it quite a bit, but I think it's just a little. It's so shiny. It's just marked
That's
up on the front.
a week old.
That's what?
That's a week
That's a
old.
week old. Dang, bro. So you're playing. So you've got like you're basically just playing arcade style Dragon Ball Z fighters. I fucking love that, dude. I love it.
I played arcade style Dragon Ball Fighters. One of my friends 2 days ago got me into Street Fighter 5, which I'm terrible.
Street Fighter. Is that the new? I thought 6 was the newest one. Am I mistaken?
No, Street Fighter 5 is still ongoing. I think it got made around 2014. I could be completely off my brain right now.
Maybe, dude. That game might be that. I feel like it's closer to 16, but I could be wrong. I could be
Fair
wrong because
enough,
it is
yeah,
a.
it could be.
It's a.
Because it's still getting updated. is
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
thing.
for sure.
Like there's still characters coming out.
Let's find out. Let's find out. Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 5.
Exactly.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, there's still characters coming out in season passes.
Who's your
It's just
favorite
like
character in Street Fighter?
Seth.
Seth. Okay.
Yeah, it has to be. Seth always used to be my favorite character, and now they made him into. I couldn't love him any less if I tried.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's it's like one of those things where you find your character, you find your groove, you go with it in those fighting games.
Exactly, pretty much.
The only
like the same thing as in fighters or even in Smash Bros. I picked one character and pretty much stuck with that for the rest of my life.
So would you say that
It's just
fighting
like-
games are your favorite genre, or do you think that you?
They're not even.
Oh, wow.
Imagine that.
That's all you've talked about.
Currently, is my favorite game. Yeah, right. That's the thing. Like, I find beauty in like the games that I play for a little bit, get good at,
Mhm.
and then I find a new game that I'm just gonna fall in love with.
Yeah.
Because my forte and that kind of stuff is FPS games.
Okay, first-person shooters. Okay.
Like since 2012, I've been playing those games and just like got a knack for it at some point.
And so
Even though I started on the worst possible
do-
way, because the first FPS game I played was Black Ops for the Wii.
oh my God, really?
Yeah,
Wow,
imagine that.
that's a
Mhm.
throwback right there. Do you just use
It
your
is.
controller and like whip stuff with your?
It is. 'Cause- okay, so imagine this. You have like, let's say you have the size of my camera right now. Then you take 25% away from that.
Yeah.
That's where you can aim. If you go like
Oh,
below
God.
that, or like, let's say you're on like.
Because it's only got one stick.
You're in
huh?
the middle of the screen. Yeah, you're in the middle of the screen. You move a little bit to the right, you're still aiming. You move a little tiny bit further, your camera starts moving to the right, and you start spinning circles.
So would you use the
That was-
nunchuck for that? The nunchuck
nunchuck
and
is
the
just
stick.
movement.
So you just use the nunchuck and the
nunchuck
stick,
is
right?
just movement.
And you just kind of point, and you.
No, yeah.
Or
the
did you have a
pointing
pad
is
for
like
it?
pointing at the screen and also like turning.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing. Like
Oh, that's
you
ridiculous.
could like hook up a GameCube controller, but it just wouldn't work because it wasn't supported.
That's crazy.
It
That is a
is,
bad
and-
place to start. Hey, someone, let's see.
It
Right,
is.
you was talking about
Terrible.
CS:GO and your love of that.
I am in love with Counter-Strike. Well, okay, that's kind of a lot. I used to be, and I still have a love-hate relationship with it.
Oh, dude, it's Counter Strike.
Uh,
Of course, you have a love hate. Everybody has a love hate
Well-
relationship with Counter Strike.
The thing is, like, that's when I started with streaming and that kind of stuff. I still have like, a couple clips of my CS:GO stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I love that game. It's an amazing game. Like, love it or hate it, it has made some fundamentals in FPS games, and we should not abandon those things.
Yeah.
But back, like, I think almost a complete year ago, I was streaming Counter-Strike,
Yeah.
and this random person came on my channel and was like, hey, you want to play together? I was like, yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay.
So we played a 1v1 together. He looked kind of suspicious in his aim, so I thought he might be, like,
Aimbotting.
aim locking.
Yeah.
Could be, I'm not sure. Could have been the lag. Who knows? 2 minutes later, caught on stream, my the name to my account changed, my icon gets changed, and all of my friends get deleted off my friends list.
Wait, what? How did he? He hacked you?
Apparently, if you use an invite code instead of the usual way to add friends, that accepts a Steam Authenticator bypass.
Jesus. They've had to have
So if
patched
they
that by
know
now.
you're, yeah, they should have. I think it's still ongoing even.
Really? That's effed up,
Yeah,
bro.
because it was on stream, like, so I got everything on footage. But the unfortunate thing is, like,
Is there anything you can do about
my
it?
account got hacked. I couldn't.
Yeah.
Like, the only thing I could do was change my password, and by then it was already too late.
Damn. Dude, that's
Because, like,
effed
I
up.
got locked out of Counter-Strike, and apparently, like, I couldn't log into my account. Like, I could, like, type messages to, like, friends and to this quote-unquote Steam moderator that was messaging me at the time, but I couldn't play any
Jesus.
games.
Well,
But I saw on my phone, I saw that I was playing Counter-Strike on a completely different name and a completely different account.
so someone basically took your account over and just
Someone took my
emptied it.
account. Someone took my account.
So you had to completely start over. Did you have to like rebuy everything, or what happened?
I send out a ticket to Steam support,
Mm-hmm.
and they couldn't help me.
Of course.
Because Steam support says, you know, it's your account, you have to take care of it. You lose your account, you lose your password, that's on you.
Of course, dude. They want to take no responsibility for anything. That's just very
Exactly.
typical.
24
so
hours later, 24 hours later, I tried to log back into Counter-Strike. It works.
Okay.
All my friends are still gone. Look on my account, and I have a VAC ban.
Oh.
So, like, a complete, total game ban. Cannot play Counter-Strike online anymore. Cannot play certain games online anymore. That VAC ban is still on my account, together with about $3,000 worth of skins.
Jesus. And you've even
That I
contacted
can
Steam and said that
never
my
get back.
account got hacked and there's nothing I
I
can
gave
do.
him the Twitch footage I had, and it was like, no, we can't do anything about it. Sorry, it's
They
your
can't
account.
even unblock your account?
They
That's
can't.
crazy. Dude, F that.
And you want to know what the reason is?
What?
We checked back the game activity for, like, the person that was playing on my account,
Yeah.
and he was cheating with aim locking and wall hacking.
Jesus.
So
then
even
it's just...
if my account got, like, was reinstated to myself, which it has been, like, I can log into my account.
Yeah.
Because the activity on my Counter-Strike is cheat activity and actually got Overwatch banned, it's a legitimate ban that I can never get off again.
Have you thought about just starting a new email and just kind of starting over?
I have. That's what I have been doing
Okay.
for, like, the last 2-3 months. But
That's
I have
bullshit.
2,000 hours on my main account.
Yeah.
And I have about 200 hours on this new account, which I'm already almost at, like, the top level and top rank at, which is quite suspicious.
Yeah.
On my main account, I have about 600 to 700 wins, being at the top rank, and 2,000 hours.
Dude.
That looks legitimate. My second account has 83 wins. I'm the second to highest rank with about 100 hours.
Wow.
People are going to think I'm cheating.
Well, but if you're just that good, who cares what they think? As long as you're not, then it doesn't really matter.
That's the thing, because together with my CSGO account on Steam, my Faceit account, which is like this online tournament service, also got banned because it was connected to my Steam account.
Jesus.
So
it's just like
even if I tell people, like, oh, you know, this is my main account, they're gonna be like, oh, this could be your main account, you're cheating. Why would I be cheating? Because you have a VAC ban? And then the whole shtick goes on again. And then if they Google my account, or if they Google my Twitch or something, they are still gonna see Faceit, and they're gonna log into it, and they can just see I'm banned.
Dude, that's bullshit. You're not the only one though.
So,
Beamer in the chat saying he just got his hacked a few days ago too. So it
yeah,
sucks.
exactly. It is insane.
It's just easy to hack into. Rayu's saying it's easy to hack into Steam and CS:GO.
It really is. It really is.
Damn, f that. Well,
I think Steam,
okay.
like, next to Fortnite, is like the easiest hackable and like just.
It's because they're just raking in dough. Why do they need to care about anything else? If they can get you to pay for 2 accounts worth of stuff, they can get a lot of people to do it, and it's in their benefit.
Well, thank God they made accounts free now, but like,
dear
you
Lord,
just have to like pay to get like into the non-cheating section, which they cheat, of course.
Yeah, of course they do.
It's unfortunate.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on from this. How did you start growing your following? As far as that's concerned, like, or how do you continue to grow your following?
Pretty much like, as I go and as I do what I do, I usually like get a couple followers in. Like, if I go into a different stream and, you know, drop some subs or drop a follow or drop a donation, that's gonna bring people in, because of course I'm supporting one of their favorites, so of course they're gonna come to me. Which is not like my point of doing.
No.
'cause, like, that would be like a terrible thing to do. Hey, I give you money, so come join my
It's
stream. It's
about,
horrible.
it's pretty much follow for follow at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So I try to like keep it at a minimum. Like even if I do donate and they're like, "Oh, I'll follow you," I'm like, "No, please don't follow me for that case. If you like what I do, then you can follow. But if
Yeah.
you just are gonna follow me because I did a thing, that's not necessary at all. You
Yeah.
can do it. It's very much appreciated, but it's not necessary."
Yeah, no, I feel that.
So that's like reason number one. Or like method number one I have. Method number 2 and 3 are pretty much like just communications. Like I
Hmm.
go into a Discord server and talk about random stuff. Like drop my link, be active
Hmm.
in there, or even in online games. I'm like, if I did a great play, I'm like, hey, you're able to see this later down the line on my Twitch
Oh,
channel
that's a
because
good
I'm
idea.
currently live.
That's one I haven't heard
Of
yet.
course, I do it after the game, after it's already
Yeah.
won or lost, or else stream sniping and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But
No, that's cool. That's very
yeah,
cool.
just going around.
Do you
That's pretty much the first and foremost and solid way to gain a following.
do you have a, is that just kind of your plans to keep growing, just keep following the strategy, or do you have anything else in mind to kind of like keep growing your channel?
Um, as I stated a little bit earlier, I am gonna be editor for the Streamers
Hmm.
Unite, and I kind of hope to branch off into that whole YouTube kind of business. Like, I don't necessarily have to be a YouTube content creator, but as long as I can get around, like, if I get known to be an editor,
Hmm.
then that's already my point has already been made at that point.
Have you ever thought about how do I put this? Have you ever thought about like doing YouTube editing on your channel?
You see, that's like kind of the weird part for me. I don't really like to self-promote on my channel a whole lot. Like, I can be like, hey,
That's
here's my
ironic.
stuff, here's my Twitter, here's my YouTube
Your
stuff.
channel's
Yeah,
about
because the thing is,
self-promotion.
like,
You want to be doing.
yeah, but like it's a self-promotion of other people and that kind of stuff. Like I I've never been able to get a grasp on myself, as in like, oh, I'm great at what I do, or
Hmm.
like, oh, check my stuff out.
Yeah.
It's like
I,
even in like certain YouTube videos that I've edited, like people have put in my name as like, oh, this has been edited by, and I'm like, no, you don't have to do that. Like,
yeah, man, they do. They should. You need to be recognized for the work that you do. You know what I mean? Like, and
I
there's
mean,
a lot
yeah,
of
fair
times
enough.
where I'll do like I do them few and far between, but I do like design streams where I have like a design project, and I'm just like,
Very
I'm
much
just
so.
gonna start streaming that just because like people love watching that shit, and if you like, it's a great way to like do something different on your channel or do this or that. It's like, hey, I'm editing YouTube videos. I'm bored. I want someone to talk to. Let's just
It really is,
let's
yeah.
just go online, do it online, and then people will watch you and what you do. And like, it's surprising the people that will show up to those and like to watch them.
I think it's like, I think it's more the fact that it's holding me back, that I have to show people what I can do, and I know there's people out there that are gonna be like, oh, that's kind of trash what you're doing. You should have done this or that.
I just don't ignore
And
the
I
hate.
usually don't. Well, yeah. I mean, I do that, but like when it's something I like try to create myself and try to make something better out of something that already exists.
Yeah.
Like it makes me really feel like, should I handle this or should I let someone else take care of this? Because like
You
if
should
someone can
you
do a
should
better
do it
job, it's gonna be
every time.
better and grander.
You should do it every time, man.
I think that's
Be
just like
proud of it.
a little mental thing in the back of my brain.
Yeah, and it's those things that you need to get over in life because those are the things
Hmm.
that make you succeed. It's like you've got to put yourself out there. You've got to throw those things out there that you think are embarrassing because those are the things
Pretty
that
much.
are going to get you through life. I mean, like me
Hmm.
with this podcast, even sometimes like I'm like, "Oh shit, should I like send this podcast to my friends? Am I like are they going to judge me because of like I'm such an idiot here just like, "Oh, hey, let's talk about video games." You know what I mean? Like but at the end of the day,
Fair
it's like
enough.
you've
In that case, it's better to be judged by the people you love than the people that you don't know.
Oh, I don't give a shit about the people I don't know. No, I'm just kidding, chat.
Fair
I love
enough.
you all. I love you all. I swear to God. No, I
Wait,
do care.
me.
I do care about people,
Wait.
but I think at the end of the day, if people are gonna hate about what you love doing, then you don't need those people in your life. That's just like the definition of toxicity. You know what I mean? And it's
It
like I
is,
said,
yeah.
you got to take that little piece of your brain and sometimes put it aside if you want something to be bigger than you. And like,
Get out of there.
and that's kind of what I've learned with my podcasting. Is like it's something I really like doing. It's something that I personally I'm gonna self promote for a minute, but it's something that I started doing with Streamers Unite when I was modding for them, and it just is something that I really wanted to start focusing on once I I had other things. It's like I only have so much time in my life. I had to take the pieces of because I had to stop doing Streamers Unite just because of personal reasons. I got some things going on, and so but you've got to take the things that you like in life and incorporate it, even if you don't think it's you're doing it the right way, or even if it's a different way, because it's what makes you happy, you know. And so it's really awesome.
Pretty much.
People love to hate, dude. People do love to hate, Zizu. That is 100% true.
Honestly, you do you. The
Yeah,
only person you have to be is yourself and
yeah.
all, you know.
So with that said, we're gonna kind of wrap up this interview with some self promotion for you. So so when do you usually stream? What's your schedule like? And what do you plan on streaming next?
My streaming schedule is Mondays and from 8 to 12. That is European time standards. So that's around from 2 to 6
Wait, where are you from?
EST. I am from the Netherlands.
No way, dude. I don't
I'm
know
an
why I
EU boy,
didn't know
yeah.
that. I swear to God,
Uh,
you've told me that
the
before.
thing is, like, I was born in California,
That's
and
right.
when
I
I was
remember
like
this right now.
4 years old, I moved over here, and I never really went back, even
That's right.
though Motley has been saying, like, you can come live with me, just get the hell out of there. Which is,
No, stay in the Netherlands, man. You don't
yeah.
want to come to America. you'll
I mean, that's
you'll
like
never
two
get
sides of the spectrum.
you'll never
I have
get
no
any
clue
health
what to do.
care.
Oh, yeah, ooh, yeah, you're right. Don't think that one.
You should stick around the Netherlands. They've got a good plan there for
Uh,
that.
so yeah, I think Monday I think I'm gonna be hitting up the Pokemon Nuzlocke again because I
Okay.
reset my last one, which was horrible. And then Wednesdays, I pretty much do whatever feels necessary at the time. If people are like asking me like, "Hey, you want to play some games?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Do you mind if I stream it?" Sure, go ahead.
Nice.
And there are plans in the making of also doing a Saturday stream together with a bunch of people to play Among Us. So hopefully that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Anything else you want to say about your channel, about yourself, about just about anything before we wrap up the interview part of this?
Just from a small streamer to other small streamers, like, don't get discouraged about like anything you're doing at this point.
Mhm.
Most of the things you're gonna do now, as you grow and grow, the things that are happened in the past aren't gonna be remembered as much as your current achievements. Make every second that you're alive the best second of your life, because honestly, you can't redo it, even if you tried. Live in a moment. Any support is good support, and stay true to yourself.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, that was awesome. So now that we got you, that's actually really good advice, man. I love it. Way to end that interview. So now we're gonna go on to the second half of this, which is just we're gonna get into a little gaming news and just kind of talk about a few gaming things and just kind of chill out now that you're all kind of warmed up. Part of this podcast is like I plan. A lot of people have never been. You know what's funny about this screen right now is that I'm looking at it. Is it looks like your room is blending into my room. I don't know. Anyways, it's just a weird observation I'm making right now. But part of this podcast is the first half. I know a lot of people who are going to come on this show have never really done a podcast before. So the first part really gets people warmed up. The second part is just we're going to talk about some gaming news and just kind of what happened this week. And just kind of, have some fun, just kind of relax, chill, and actually do kind of like an actual podcast now. So, the first thing we're going to talk about is, of course, it does. I can't unsee this. Yeah, I know, right? Isn't it weird? I just noticed that, and I'm like, dude, it's bizarre, and I can't unsee it now either. So let's see. The first thing we're going to talk about, as always, because it's the big thing right now, because January is always a shit month for game news, is Cyberpunk updates. It's okay. So this game coming out. This is an article I'm going to read out of Games Radar. It's just I usually read just like part of an article and then we talk about it. So it's just not. It should take just a second. I'm terrible at reading, so just bear with me, everybody. Cyberpunk 2077 update fixes a bunch of game-breaking bugs. This is by Jordan Gerbleck at Games Radar. CD Projekt Red has released Cyberpunk's 2077's update with a laundry list of fixes and stability improvements, some of which preventing players from making progress in the game. The patch 1.1 addresses a large variety of bugs and stability issues. CD Projekt Red says it's just the beginning of a series of updates that'll continue in the coming weeks with patch 1.2, because 2 comes after 1. They're really creative, which the studio has described as larger and more significant. In this update, which lays the groundwork for the upcoming patches, we focus on various stability improvements and bug fixes, CD Projekt Red said in a tweet. So, first off, what's your opinion of Cyberpunk, and what do you think of of that and
Oh
their
Lord.
debacle and
Oh
their fumble?
Lord. It was
What comes to
it was
mind?
so hyped up. Like the first time I saw the trailer, I was like so stoked. I was like, "Holy crap, this is gonna be amazing!" Then, of course,
Yeah.
with the Keanu Reeves
Oh yeah.
reveal being in the game, it was huge.
Well, and you
And
think,
then ultimately, like I think the trailer was the first time they actually started like, "Oh, crud, people are actually excited about this game. We
yeah,
might have to put some
absolutely.
time in this."
Witcher 3 came before it, so people had just major hype because of that game and a lot
Yeah,
of care they put into
exactly.
that.
Because that's like the thing with like if you're making games and that kind of stuff, like something that happened prior, they're always going to compare it to that. So if
Yeah.
you're going to do worse, it's just going to get burned down to the ground
Yeah.
like instantly.
Absolutely.
And I think honestly, they should have pushed the game back like a couple months. They should
100%.
have pushed it back. They
100%.
wanted to get it out on release day. They did. It was a terrible mistake. Now they had to refund it,
Mhm.
and then they got it back out again with these updates and patches and that kind of stuff, and it's still broken.
Yeah. It's well,
Like
they add one patch, it adds another issue, is what it sounds like. Because I think
exactly,
that's
which
literally what they
makes me
said in this
think like
article.
you should like the people that are credited as playtesters in the credits get your money back, honestly, because they're lying to you, and it's
No kidding.
awful.
And like,
And they're not even like tiny bugs or glitches. Like a
no,
4-year-old
they're
can see
game
them on
breaking.
screen, even though they don't know what a video game is.
Well, I think I honestly, in my personal opinion, I feel like this is a next gen game. This is a game that should not have been released on
Oh
Xbox
yeah, oh
One
yeah,
and PS4. I think that was their biggest mistake, is that they've been spending
yeah,
all this time on these versions of the game that were never going to work well ever. You know what I mean? Like based on just the specs of
yeah.
this game, based on what this game was supposed to be. I personally think they should have pushed the game off, released it on PS5, Xbox One, maybe kept their computer launch. Their computer launch went well, and that means they probably could have done a Stadia launch too, because apparently on computer this game is playable, on Stadia this game's playable, but they should have pushed back
Yeah,
the
which is
other
a
console
weird
launches
thing.
and just kind of like said, okay, we're scrapping PS4, Xbox One, and then
Mhm.
just focus on the PS5 and the Xbox Series X versions and just gone for it and just they were just I think a lot of times investors look at those player bases of like a combined, it's about 140 million between Xbox and PlayStation, and they go, well,
Is
we
it that
don't
high?
want to
Christ!
miss that. Yeah, it is that high. I think last I checked,
Wow,
PlayStation was at 110 million units sold, PS4s.
that is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy, and Xbox is somewhere around 40 or 50 million, which is nothing to like. That's still a
No,
huge base if you
I was
think
about to
something
say,
like
yeah, crap.
PSVR only sold like, I think it's like 6 or 7 million units, and they're considering that as a success.
Mhm.
So it's kind of crazy how they you look at that and you go, this is money. This is money we left on the table, but now it's like they're being sued, they're being this or that, and
Mm.
there's no way. I mean, like it's probably costing them more money than they would have made had they just scrapped those versions and released it next gen and on PC. But
Pretty much, yeah. I think one of the greatest things that PS5 has done is like they already like announced so many great AAA titles for their console. Like
mm-hmm,
the sequel to the God of War, for
mm-hmm.
example, that was on the
Ragnarok,
PS4.
it's the remembered name.
Yeah, exactly. That when they dropped that, it was like amazing.
Well,
Like that I think that really made the selling point for PS5.
PlayStation has figured it out, and it's what Xbox has not figured out. Well, they figured it out,
Mhm.
but I think they figured it out too late. Is that, and Nintendo has always known this. Nintendo has known this from the beginning. This is
Oh
their
yeah.
Nintendo's business model. What I'm about to say is that software drives hardware. So if you want your hardware
Yeah.
to sell and be successful, you need to have the software behind it. Period. I mean,
Mhm.
why do you think Nintendo for the first 2 or 3 years of Switch, they came out with an exclusive Nintendo title every month for like literally
Yeah,
3 years. 3 years
well,
they did
that's the
that.
thing because they didn't do that with the Nintendo Wii. Like for
No.
like 6 months after the Wii U came out, they still didn't have a Wii U exclusive game, and
Oh, that thing was
that burned
trash.
them down to the ground.
Well, that's not the only thing that burned down the way. That's a whole other can of worms because the Wii basically
Yeah, oh,
was off to a
fair.
bad start because people thought it was just an expansion to their existing Wii. People they
Yeah.
marketed that controller so heavily that people are like, "Why am I going to spend $300 on a controller?" They didn't understand that it came with this whole new system with updated graphics
Yeah,
and
exactly.
like and actually HD because I believe the original
And
Wii
even
was
the
not
updated
HD.
graphics were terrible.
Yeah, they still were not great. Well, Nintendo's never really cared about graphics at the end of the day. They care about their
No,
games
not really.
running well and they
Mhm.
have their own style that as long as their style is working, they're fine. But
Yeah.
um and they do, I mean they care about graphics. It's not that they don't care about graphics. It's just that they don't put the power behind their graphics. They don't need their games to look photorealistic like PlayStation
Yeah,
thing
no,
anymore.
like they're cartoony games. Like you don't need to make like
No.
Mario photorealistic. That is currently like
That
a
would be
grown ass
terrifying.
plump man.
That would be absolutely terrifying. Actually, I kind of want to look this up. Let's take a look. Mario photorealistic and see what comes
Oh,
up.
here we go.
It's
Sounds
probably
like
going to be
the
porn.
Mario
but...
movie. I hope not. Oh, that's a horrible picture to take. Oh man.
Photorealistic Mario. Google search.
He's gonna need a super mushroom for that weenie. Jeez.
Oh, gee. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is terrifying.
I'll stop. Oh no.
You do not want to see this. Oh, I don't know if you can see my stream, but I'll pop this up. Oh God.
I'm looking at it.
That is. He looks like if.
Oh my lord.
No. I'm on that guy on my stream. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
That is terrifying. He. Oh
like not
God.
even his usual joyful voice is gonna be like one of those old. To me, Mario.
Oh, this one's good. This one's good too. Oh God, this is so good.
Oh, is it though?
Ah!
Is it? What is this?
He looks like a Russian.
What is this? Oh my lord.
Is that a beret? Does he have a beret? But they got the star on his overalls. Maybe he did some good plumbing, so he earned a star on his overalls. That is fantastic. Yeah. For those of you who are actually listening to this on podcast form, he looks like a Call of Duty character, but the bad guy from Russia with a beret Mario hat and a star pin. It is interesting.
Don't quote me on this, but he looks like the main character of Wolfenstein.
Yeah, he does. Oh my God, he does look like the main character of Wolfenstein. That is so true. Oh my gosh, dude. Let's look at one more photorealistic Mario. Oof.
Oh, let's go for it.
Oh God, this is just a photo. It's not photorealistic.
Oh Lord.
So this one is like a dirty Mario hat. He's got like this huge jaw, the mustache, obviously a prosthetic nose. This is an actual picture. It looks like this is the dirtiest Mario I've ever seen in my life. Like what?
Wait, Mercedes-Benz's new real-life Mario Kart? Hold up.
Wait, Mercedes-Benz new real-life Mario Kart commercials are wonderfully weird. Oh no. Well, it looks like we got something on YouTube to watch.
Heck yeah, dude.
I love to throw videos in every once in a while. This podcast is devolved and it's amazing. I love it.
We started at Cyberpunk, now we're at photos.
Yeah, no, this is how these go, and this is why I love it. Mercedes-Benz
The train
Mario.
wreck is going downhill, and the conductor is not stopping for anything.
Oh no, dude, we're not doing it. Here we go. Oh God, it's real. Here we go.
Is it? No, don't tell me.
It's a minute and 30 seconds.
No. Oh, that's a minute and 30 seconds of our time going to be wasted. Oh, beautiful start already.
In the Mercedes-Benz. Oh God, look at this.
Wow.
Un Mercedes.
Okay. Oh God.
Go GLA. Oh,
some nice. No.
That is. Look at, he's got the armor chest. I love it.
Oh, the nose. The nose.
This is ridiculous, bro. He touched the Goomba and he just like went.
Switch. Yeah. I completely forgot about that one.
Oh my God, dude.
Oh,
this is fantastic.
God. Is it though?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, dude. Oh, it's Luigi. He's here.
He's a fucking robot.
Who the hell are they trying to sell Mercedes to? Like, that's what I want to know. This is so great.
Oh my lord. This is
unbelievable.
I'm going to see this in my nightmares, and I'm not sure.
Dude, I want this Mario at my birthday party. I'm not even gonna lie.
I would rather have a murderous It clown on my birthday than this guy.
Oh, that is look at that Peach outfit.
Oh my lord, that is some class grade A cosplay.
That is too good, dude. That is the worst Peach outfit I've ever seen. That was something else, dude.
Pink fabric just posted together.
I know, dude. And the Mario had like the abs. He had the like superhero abs with like plating. Why would you do that to Mario? They would have been better
Peak
off.
male performance right here.
It's like they asked Nintendo if Nintendo, hey Nintendo, can you animate some stuff? They're like, nah, man, you gotta shoot it live. They're like, all right,
All right,
we're already
this is
making a
your call. This is
superhero,
not on us.
overall superhero movie over here, so we'll just use that guy. That was unbelievable. I'm so glad you
Mom,
pointed
can we
that
have
out.
Mario? We can have Mario at home. Mario at home.
And then like speaking Mercedes Benz.
Oh my lord!
It's just too much. It's too fucking much.
Oh,
I
I'm about to
love
walk
it.
out again.
Oh, I love it. That is so fucking good. All right, so let's move
no.
on to our. We're kind of
Yes,
running.
please.
Yeah, let's move on from Mario and Cyberpunk. Stripper. Yes, he is Stripper Mario. 100%.
Oh no.
Oh, by the way, feel free to donate points to my Shark Stream Challenge. It's where I wear a shark costume on stream and make an ass out of myself. It's pretty fun. Actually, if we meet that
Wow,
goal this week,
Stripper Mario to sell out.
well,
That's something I never thought in my life.
dude, that Peach. I'd want to see that Peach, dude. She's a hottie. She's good looking.
I don't.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm like, hey, you know that giant pink fluffy outfit you're wearing? What's underneath that? You know? Okay, that's enough. That's enough.
That
I
is.
am not sexist. But yeah, Shark Stream. If we make my Shark Stream this week, I will wear a Shark Stream on, or I will do my Shark Stream on Chatterday. So I'll be dressed as a shark next Saturday. I think we are very close. Let's see where we're at. We are at 85%. So we need just a few more points. I'll add a few more to that too. So hopefully we can hit that goal. If we hit it, I will definitely be dressed as a shark for the next Chatterday. Here we go. Gamma donated his. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So let's touch on the next topic. I'm gonna bring up a picture for this.
Make your guest wear an outfit. Boom.
Yeah, I can't control my guests do, but you know, if they want to dress up with me,
you can just hold a gun to their face. You're gonna be on my podcast. I want.
You will be dressed. Well, so I have Demonic Gunman coming on in not next week. Let's see. Next week I've got
hilarious dude. Hilarious dude.
A guy named Don Cheadle, not Don Cheadle. That's an actor, but I have a guy coming on next week who's really funny guy. Then I've got Mediocre CEO coming on the 6th, and then the week after that I've got Demonic coming on, and so maybe I'll get him to dress up as a monkey, but. You never know. You'll be a banana. Well, Beamer, if you want to come on my show, dude, you can be and dress as a banana. You have a spot. Just let me know. We'll plan it out.
I just gave you a topic for a new podcast. You're welcome.
Exactly. This is gonna just turn into a podcast where people dress as bananas and monkeys and all sorts of stuff. Yes. It'll be awesome. Yeah, Beamer. Join my Discord.
It's gonna be bananas.
I usually save this till the end. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just say this to the end, but if you want to be on my podcast, join my Discord and we can start talking about it. I want all small streamers to be highlighted on here. So if you're a small streamer out there and you want to be on the podcast, like just let me know, and we can work out a date. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is something I've been wanting to talk about on my show. I found something better than you, friendship. This gun. Wait, hold. Found something better than you, friendship. This gun. So are we friendshipping the gun? I don't know what's going on. So I think there's supposed to be a comma. So it's I found something better than your friendship. And if it's instead of you, I think it's supposed to be your.
Oh, comma this gun.
Comma right. This gun, and that's okay.
Gotcha.
A little gun violence in the chat never hurt anybody. So
yeah, no. Moving on.
This is something I've been wanting to talk about on the chat, and I haven't had a chance to yet, and it's something that I think is amazing. It is the KFC console. KFC is really cooking up a video game console. This is from Rian Hunt from USA Today. KFC, the famous fried chicken subsidiary of Yum Brands and runner-up of the world's biggest restaurant chain by sales, is apparently moving ahead with its plans to release a KFC console, a high-powered gaming computer that also keeps chicken warm. Made to resemble a fried chicken bucket in the general's outline, the PC features a high-performance game setup and support for virtual reality, 4K TVs, and according to IGN and other sources. So, it's got a chicken chamber on it. So, like, the heat from your heatsink actually keeps the chicken warm. Thoughts?
This is the thing. That's all I
This
can
is
say.
100% a thing.
I checked it out. It looks great for something that
It's
should
sexy.
be
I've got a
promoted
little.
by KFC.
I've
I'm
got a
looking at this
picture.
VR ready 240 FPS with up to 240 hertz output for 4K TV gaming and ray tracing.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
I mean,
Look
if
at
you
this.
get mad at a video game, at least you don't have to season your chicken anymore. But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
my lord,
I mean,
this is the thing.
you can definitely put your salt straight on that chicken. You know what I mean? If
Oh
you
yeah,
start getting salty. But
some tasty soggy chicken.
dude, it's keeping it crisp and warm in the drawer.
I mean, yeah, but like, how's that gonna work though? Like, what if like the crust of like your chicken falls into your fan?
I mean, the chamber is isolated in plastic, dude. Ryu, this is not fake. This is a real thing.
This is a legit thing.
This is a real thing.
This is most definitely a thing.
Yeah, it is. It
I'm
is one.
so glad that I'm alive to witness it.
Oh yeah, dude. It's probably gonna be like several. It's gonna be a K plus. I can guarantee you, it's gonna be at least $1,000, and it's gonna be very limited.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's going to be made. This is a real thing. It is absolutely. It's shaped like a bucket of chicken. It keeps your chicken warm in a bucket, and the heat from the CPU is what generates the heat to keep your chicken warm. So it's got a little drawer up front. It holds a couple chicky fingers or maybe a couple little drummies, in there. And you can absolutely play games and eat chicken. I mean, like, what more do you want? Why buy a toaster oven when you have your KFC console? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Man, I do love like roasting a pound of chicken 2 pieces at a time for like half an hour.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I wouldn't recommend putting raw chicken in there unless you plan on like maybe a couple days. Then maybe you have chicken jerky. But
Salmonella, food poison.
you just have like all sorts of weirdness in your chicken drawer there. All sorts of salmonella and good bacterias just keep you healthy.
Can we just get a tier list of like what games are gonna make the thing the hottest? So like,
oh, I see what
like
you did there.
GTA 5 is gonna take 5 minutes of cooking, and like something like, I don't know, Minecraft is gonna take like 30 minutes or something.
I like that. Like that. So Cyberpunk's really gonna get you some quick chicken. You know what I mean?
Well, if
I mean,
it
at least
break.
I mean, like the thing is it's probably gonna overheat your CPU. So
yeah,
a little expensive judging by the specs. Yeah, that's why I say it's gonna be
VR games. Man, you just get that ray tracing in there, bro. You're not only gonna burn out your fans, you're gonna burn your chicken.
This thing's got it. I wonder if they're gonna put a 300 series Radeon in this, or a 3000 series, like a 3080 or something like that, dude. But yeah,
I hope they make a limited edition with the Chrono on it.
They better. I'm surprised that it's black too. I think they should have made it white with stripes. I mean, if you're gonna
pretty much.
If you're gonna make it look like a bucket of chicken, like make it look like a fucking KFC bucket.
Yeah.
Put the Colonel's face on there.
To the cool Master official website, it's finger clicking good.
Jesus Christ.
And I hate it.
Yeah. I don't even know what to say to that, dude. Finger clicking good.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh my god, bro. This is. I know that they did this originally as a joke, and it wasn't supposed to be a real thing, but it is a real thing, and it is terrifying that this is like
as a member of the pun community, I accept.
Yes.
It's awful.
It is fantastic, dude.
Should be pants puns. Wow, I can't even talk.
Well, and I know this has been this article's a couple weeks old, but it's still like something I want to bring up in my podcast because honestly, like the fact that we live in a weird enough year that not only do we have to deal with fucking COVID, but we have to deal with a chicken restaurant coming out with a goddamn video game console is something else. I mean, like, I can't wait for McDonald's console shaped like a burger or Taco Bell's, you know, the Nintaco or whatever the hell they talk it. You know what I mean? Like, let's go.
I mean, if we're gonna go there, you know,
dude,
do you remember the article? Xbox making a literal fridge of the console?
Yeah, absolutely. They gave it to Snoop Dogg? Yeah, they made Snoop Dogg an Xbox Series X refrigerator stocked with, I believe it was Monster. I can't remember. Something green. It's very green and very hideous, and I'm sure that he did not keep it in his kitchen. Or maybe he did. Maybe he did. We're just living in an age where it's about going viral, and you just got to come up with the weirdest fucking. I mean, so here at the end of the day, here's the thing: does the KFC console make you want to eat chicken? We've been talking about chicken for about 5-10 minutes now. You know what I mean? Like, do you now want to
It
go get
does
some
not.
KFC?
Not at
Do
all.
they have KFC in the
Not at all.
Netherlands?
They do have KFC in the Netherlands,
Oh
weirdly
wow,
enough.
wow,
Yeah.
nice. So you could
Yeah,
go.
exactly. And
This
we even call it KFC.
You see, this is amazing. So you could get the KFC console and keep your KFC chicken warm in another country.
Yeah, if I don't have to, like, I don't know, ship it over.
Dude, this is amazing.
I'm just wondering how terrible this is going to be. Just like, it sounds great on paper. Then
Oh,
again, it sounds horrible on paper.
I doubt it's going to be programmed very well. I bet it's going to be running either a version of Linux or it's going to have the same kind of software that the Steam OS devices have, or the Steam boxes
Yeah,
used to
'cause
run.
that's also the thing. Like, they say it's a console, but like, what kind of console game does it
It's a
play?
PC. It's a PC. It's essentially a
Well, then
PC. I think they're
what do
calling
you
it
call a
anything you
console
hook
now?
up to your TV, you call a console because it's easy to hook up to a TV.
It's gonna. This is like legitimately like Steam Link 2.0.
Yeah. No, this
It's
is
gonna go down into the ground.
this is really. But the thing is, I think it's going to sell. I think it's going to do well. I think they're going to release so many of these. It's probably going to be like 10 to 20,000 of these
They're
bad
gonna
boys.
sell it for the meme.
They're going to
Let's be
sell
honest.
out. They're going to sell out, dude. Yeah, it's a PC and super high end parts.
Obviously they're gonna sell out.
So,
But I doubt people are actually gonna put chicken in that thing.
oh, I would 100%. If I could get a
Yeah,
KFC
of course you
console,
would.
I will
Of
put
course you
chicken
would.
in it, and I will stream myself at my computer with my KFC console right here. I will get a thing for it, and I will literally just be back here pulling out chicken and eating it. I'm pressing to add you.
Professional streamers eat on stream. Here we go.
Dude, I would be all about it, keeping it warm. That's all right, Beamer.
Yeah, dude.
We'll get in touch somehow. Don't you worry about it.
Oh, Lord.
So moving right along, we have one last thing we're going to talk about, and then we're going to kind of end the show. Microsoft backtracks on Xbox Live Gold price hike. So, we'll just read through this. This is Sam Brett Byford from The Verge. Microsoft has reversed its controversial Xbox Live price increase. The company announced a price hike on Friday that would have doubled the cost of yearly subscriptions to the service, which is required to play games online on Xbox consoles, to $120 for many users. Now that Microsoft says the price will stay the same. Beyond that, Microsoft has decided to bring Xbox Live in line with Sony and Nintendo online services by dropping the subscription requirement for free-to-play games. So first off, so what happened Friday is like Twitter went absolutely bonkers
Fair enough.
when Xbox announced. The way that they did it too was just kind of skeezy. Is they go, okay, here's our new thing. I think the first two prices for the monthly and the 3 month were kind of just a little bit hiked, but then they're like, or you can get 6 months for $69.90 or $59.99. So it sounds like it's in line with Sony, who's $59.99 for a whole year, and in line with what they used to be doing, but it was 6 months instead of a year. So they didn't want to tell people it'd be $120 a year because they knew that would be people don't want to pay that simply.
Yeah, obviously.
So they basically came out with that, and the Twitter backlash alone was like whiplash, basically. Like they just ate into Microsoft for that, especially for everything that they've got going on. They've got all these good programs. And the whole rumor was that they did not raise the Xbox game, or their like higher end one that also gives you Xbox Games Pass Gold, like Xbox Game Pass Gold. That was still always been like $180 a year. So their idea was to raise the Xbox Gold Pass to $120 so that people would be like, well, it's only $40 more and I can have the Xbox Game Pass as well. So they're kind of trying to get people up a bracket by making everything else more expensive. And
how'd that work out, Microsoft?
Not well. Jeez. Not well at all. That definitely made them like it's crazy. Yeah, I'll resend the Discord link right now. It really kind of like pissed a bunch of people off, especially when Xbox people are already kind of like Xbox people love Xbox, don't get me wrong, but they're always kind of teetering. You know what I mean? They're always like one bad thing away from leaving Xbox and going to PC, essentially, because you can. Xbox is just a PC. Like they do not. They do not. They basically just don't. Everything that they do can be done on a PC, like I said,
Yeah.
PlayStation and Nintendo know that they have their exclusivities and their
Oh yeah.
and that's what's driving people to their consoles. Xbox just
Yeah,
kind of
that's
puts their
just
shit out
smart.
everywhere.
It's
So
just smart. Make something exclusive to your game console and make sure it's overhyped and buy your console because they can't play the game otherwise.
well, and here's the deal with Xbox though is they're trying to play a different game than PlayStation. They are trying to play the game of okay, we are now more of a service company. You can buy this box that plays our games at an optimal level. You can buy the Xbox Series X, and it's a great console. It does everything you want it to do, but their game is actually like we're now a service company. So if you buy into our service, our Xbox Games Pass, you'll have access to your games anywhere, PC, this, that, or the other, and you just
Which
have to
is
pay so much a month.
they just shot themselves in the foot with that because like they have zero to like barely a few exclusive games for the Xbox that aren't even worth buying the thing for.
Hmm.
So potentially you could just get the Xbox Game Pass and play it on your PC and not
Yep,
buy the
you
console.
can
You
just
could
play
just
it on your
save
phone.
yourself $400.
But they're more interested in you paying for that service each month. So if as long as you're paying for their service, and maybe you'll
Well,
buy a
yeah,
controller,
because
maybe
it's
you'll go buy an Xbox
Microsoft.
controller, yeah. So they're playing a different game. So instead of like actually focusing on this piece of hardware they made, they're actually trying to just like okay, it's part of this giant ecosystem where we
Now you do
have what's up?
go on. Yeah,
Oh,
the like quickly in between, like my friend actually got the Xbox Game Pass and he sent a picture to him playing Xbox Game Pass games with a PlayStation controller, and I thought
yep.
it was hilarious.
Yep, you can definitely do that, and that's what when I was playing Xbox Game Pass, I was playing Minecraft Dungeon, and they gave it to you like it must have been like half a year ago. You could get it for $1 for a month,
Oh
but
wow, nice.
here's the deal with that too: is that if you canceled it before the month was up, you could go back and redo it. So I had like 3 months
Oh
of
wow,
Xbox Game Pass for like $1 before they kind of nixed that whole thing. Yeah, it was
wow.
pretty sweet.
Okay,
It was pretty sweet. I was into that.
Jesus.
Makes you wonder if
And
Microsoft
again,
will.
good job, Microsoft.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking
I,
Jesus.
what's easy? That's a great point. It makes you wonder if Microsoft will abandon the console in the future. I absolutely think that this could very well be Microsoft's last console.
It could be. I for their sake, I hope it is.
Well, I hope it's not. I think they've got a good thing going with Xbox. I think they can, but I think they're trying to turn the Xbox brand from a console into a service. So when you think of
They do.
Xbox, you
They
don't think of
really
a
should do
box.
that.
You think of, hey, here's a service that I can get and I can, play it anywhere on my phone, this or that. And I think that's probably going to be what they're going for. I like the hardware. I think hardware is still going to be important because no matter how
Oh,
fast technology moves, hardware is still going to be the best technology with the least amount of latency, so you're going to need it. And I think it's healthy for PlayStation to have a competitor like Xbox in that space because Nintendo certainly isn't a competitor to them. I mean, a
yeah,
lot of people,
no, like
Nintendo's off in the corner doing their own goddamn thing. They're like, we have a console, but it's so different from everything else that it's
yeah.
not.
Mhm.
We're not trying to be PlayStation. Most people have their PlayStations and then they have a Switch with it. Like that's me. I've
Yeah,
got my Switch
exactly.
and I've got my
Mhm.
PlayStation. That's just how it goes, and I play both. So it's just kind of interesting how what Xbox is setting up in the game that they're playing and what their future plans are, and
Pretty
it's just going to have
much.
a lot to do with XCloud. I have a feeling. So
Yeah, I recall that like they branded the Game Pass a lot more than their new console, which already says a lot.
yeah, yeah, no,
Like
yeah. Game Pass
wacky.
is what they're pushing. They're not pushing their
Mm.
I mean, you can go get your Series X. They want you buying Series X. There's a huge
Oh
demand
hell
for
yeah.
Series X, but
Yeah, definitely.
it's just one of those things. And honestly, they're positioning themselves very well for this generation and future
Mm.
generations. But Sony's not far behind. I mean, so people forget that Sony's got their own cloud gaming service that they're
Yeah,
pushing as
definitely.
well.
It's not
And
as great, but
it's not, but
you
it's
know.
definitely usable. I mean, it's an answer to Xbox Game Pass. I mean,
Oh,
it
definitely,
definitely
definitely.
is. And
There's always going to be the console wars between PlayStation and Xbox. Like even if they don't exist anymore, people are still going to be talking about it.
well, and it's got it. And the difference is they've got the exclusives. I mean, you can go play God
Heck
of War
yeah.
on it. You can go play
Mhm.
Last of Us 2. I mean, it's just that's the whole difference. So no matter, I mean, even if Xbox positions themselves in this manner and are there first, what's it really going to mean 3 generations down the road when they
Oh yeah,
have no
definitely.
exclusive games for it now? And
Mhm.
that's changing. I mean, they bought up a bunch of studios like Bethesda and Ninja Theory, and that could potentially play into
Yeah.
this, but they really need to get on that software game if they're going to be any sort of success in the video game industry. So, all right, well,
Yeah, fair enough.
we're kind of leaking over our hour here a little bit, so we're going to cut this off. We're going to be playing some Cold War, I do believe. Cold War after
I
this,
do believe
zombies.
so. Yes.
So we're gonna get that set up. We're gonna take a short break and get kind of all that set up. I want to thank you for watching this week's episode of Chatterday. I want to thank our guest GammaWasTaken. Gamma, so your next stream, you kind of touched on it, is Monday. Is what you're saying?
It is going to be on a Monday. Yes.
Monday.
Definitely.
Okay. Okay. So his next stream is going to be on Monday. Go check him out. And then let's see. Let's get you some promotion here.
Ooh.
I need to start setting this up better. And it says that you are playing Dragon Ball Fighters 2. That's really funny. So
Fair enough. I guess I might be playing on Monday. Who knows? You have to find out. You have to watch and see what I play.
Find out Monday. Thank you, GammaWasTaken. If you missed some of this episode, you can find it on YouTube. Don't have time to watch it on video. That's fine. I got you covered. Just type Chatterday into Apple Podcasts or SoundCloud, and you can listen to it there. So make sure to like and subscribe if you are there, because that helps me out a lot. And I hope you have an awesome day, and please stick around for some Cold War Zombies action with me and Gamma. We're going to have some fun for the next couple hours. So we will... here's my new outro. We'll see you next Chatterday. You like that?
Aw,
you like that? That was good. I love it. I love it. Dude, I can't believe that there's not another podcast out there called Chatterday. It's so got... Especially from you being from the punk community and all, as you self-declared. Yeah. Chatterday just seems obvious, right?
Yeah, fair enough. You know, like, not to be confused with another Chatterday, which is a completely different sort of person.
Dude, that's my boy Chad. He does Chatterday.
Yeah, he was the boy. Yep.
I mean, I hope I don't have to move this to another day, because it wouldn't work. Like, I couldn't make it Chunday. You know what I mean? That wouldn't work.
Chunday.
It just wouldn't work.
What would you make of that? Like,
I would probably be a cooking Chinese.
You talk
cooking
about Japanese
show.
fighting movies where Jackie Chan is in there.
Jackie Chan, Jesus.
I don't know.
This is too much. All right, thanks for watching, everyone.
And then again,
no, finish your point. Finish your point. I want to hear this.
I was gonna say, like, Chunday can't even work, because then you have, like, Chunday could be either Sunday or Monday.
Oh yeah, well, I mean that makes it covered. At least if I don't do it on Chunday, I can do it Machunday. You know.
48-hour stream. There we go.
Here we go. All day.
Running it back.
All right, so we're gonna get everything set up for Cold War. We will be back on in just a couple minutes. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all.